All right, I'm here with the Get Well Gamers Foundation, and this is something that caught my eye. We're walking through the booths, and I see Get Well Gamers. What is this? And how about you just give it like a quick spill, a few seconds?
The Get Well Gamers Foundation is a children's charity that takes people's old video games and systems and refurbishes them and installs them in children's hospitals across North America.
And this is, I'm assuming this is a non-profit organization, and funded, is it through personal donations, corporate donations, or how does this work?
Yes, it is completely non-profit. And I'd say about 80% of our donations come just from regular gamers who are giving us their old stuff. We do have some corporate donors who have been pretty regular to us. Ubisoft in particular has always been really good to us.
Got it. Well, this is something that really caught me personally because a long time ago, for those of you that watch the videos, I went to the hospital for some undiagnosed problems, and I had several spinal taps that went very, very poorly. So I was bedridden in a hospital for months. I couldn't move. It was brutal. And they had TV, but you're a kid in the hospital. How many times can you watch Price is Right? I couldn't take my games. I couldn't hook them up. I couldn't play them. And for kids that have accidents, they get, well, God willing, hopefully not, but maimed or immobilized, so they sit there for weeks and weeks and months. How mind-numbingly boring it must be to not be able to play their games. And I mean, ever since you were a kid, I'm sure we've moved way beyond Game Boy and the old handhelds. But it just doesn't compete with actually being able to play your PlayStation or your Xbox or anything.
I mean, I've been there, like right down to the spinal taps, and I'll tell you,
know.
Yeah. And like, it got to the point where if I heard a new car one more time, I was going to go crazy. You know, I mean, you were there, you know.
Yeah, it's
and
bad.
So it's like the difference between being hospitalized with and without games was so dramatic and so profound that when I was in my college years later, I was like, we need to make sure this is here for every hospital that wants it. You know, if there's a kid that's sick, they should be able to play a game.
Yeah, and it's not for, I mean, for us as adults, I can sit in the hospital and I can deal with it and I can be bored. But if you've got a 9-year-old that's hurt and they have to be still to recover and they have to stay calm, it's like just telling a kid, don't fidget, don't scratch that, don't touch that. And it's brutal.
It doesn't work.
So this is a very cool organization, and I'm really glad to get you guys on the internet, a little bit better known. Is there, if people want to send anything, where do they send it? Where do they go? How do they do it?
Well, any donations can, the directions can be found at our website, which is www.getwellgamers.org, and everything from helping us find new hospitals, providing us with old video games, or even monetary donations if they can spare it. You know, it all helps and it all goes right to the kids. No one at the foundation draws a salary from the foundation.
And we all have games that we never play anymore.
Oh yeah.
And we all have stuff lying around that these kids can actually use, so it's a very good foundation for anybody to donate anything.
Do you accept Steam gifts? Steam gifts?
Unfortunately, we can't do PC stuff because it's like you're in a hospital. And it's like, do they have the right OS? Do they have enough RAM?
I was kidding. It was a joke. It was a DRM joke.
Well, if you want to talk DRM, ask me about Microsoft.
We're getting around to that. We're getting around to that. Anyway, it was nice talking to you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for your help.